Hi, I'm Marina Busan-Svirska, ICC Ukraine's expert for making Rebuild Ukraine project bids. This presentation explains how you register with PublicBid. If you want to make a bid for a Rebuild Ukraine project, you have to register with an e-tender platform approved by the Ukrainian government. We have reviewed the e-tender platforms that are available and recommend PublicBid as the most user-friendly. So how do you register with PublicBid? The first step is to access the service from the Rebuild Ukraine portal. The only information that you may need to prepare before starting this process is to find your company registration number and the name of the authority where your company is registered. Ready? Just click on the Register Login button to open a new tab to the PublicBid page. Here you can see the PublicBid homepage. On the top right-hand side of the page, you can see the login registration link. Clicking on this link will bring up the registration form. This form consists of a number of sections. Here, we start with the section that covers the company profile. The drop-down lists that you should use, assuming you are a non-Ukrainian company, are account type. This will be supplier, business entity. You should choose non-resident. Classification of business. Choose the description which best describes the size of your company. Going on to the next section. The next field is the unique organization code in the country of registration. This is your organization's company registration number. The next detail is the full name of the organization as it appears in the company registry. Then, input the short name you would like to use to identify your organization. Then you choose your country of incorporation from the drop-down list. Please note that the countries are listed in the alphabetical order of their names in Ukrainian, so you may have to scroll down to find your country. Choosing the country from this list is important, as you will see in the next slide. Once you have chosen the country, you then have to choose the relevant organization code. This code is the organization code that PublicBid has assigned to the company registration authorities in the relevant country. This is a compulsory field, but we have been advised that sometimes this list is not visible in certain browsers. All we can suggest if this affects you is to try using another browser. Once you have chosen the code, you will see on the next slide that the remaining fields are very straightforward. For the legal address, the zip code is not compulsory, but if you do provide a zip code, please note that PublicBid requires a minimum of 2 characters. Settled point is the translation of city or town. The address of the organization is the street address. If you click on the checkbox, fill in the actual address for correspondence. Please note that only Ukrainian addresses are acceptable, but this option is not compulsory. The contact person fields are self-explanatory. You are now almost at the end of the registration form. The final details are for you to confirm your login details. There are then a series of checkboxes to confirm the accuracy of the details that you have provided, the holding and processing of personal details, the acceptance of PublicBid's terms and conditions, that you agree to receive messages from PublicBid. Once you have completed the form, just click on Register. Assuming everything has been completed correctly, you will see a pop-up confirmation message. As this message says, you will also receive an email with further instructions, as you will see on the next slide. The first email you receive asks you to click on a link which confirms that the email address you provided is valid. Clicking on this link will trigger another email that you will receive. After confirming your email address, you will receive this email confirmation. Your account is now active, but in order to tender bids, there is still a final step to be taken, as I will explain in the next few slides. If you now access PublicBid, you will see awaiting accreditation at the top left-hand side of the page. You can also see the button Top Up. I'll explain how these are to be used in the next 2 slides. Although there is no charge for registering with PublicBid, when you make a bid, there is a government fee to be paid. The amount to be paid depends upon the value of the project. As you can see from this table, for projects worth more than 4 million hryvnias, which is the equivalent of about 100,000 US dollars, there is a fee of 4,080 hryvnias, that's about 100 US dollars. Therefore, in practice, all Rebuild Ukraine projects will be subject to this fee of about 100 US dollars. Before you can make a bid, you have to have paid this fee. Payment of this fee by bank transfer also has the effect of providing the final details PublicBid needs to confirm your accreditation. Until you are fully accredited and have a credit with PublicBid sufficient to pay the government fee, you cannot make a bid. Therefore, as soon as you think that you will be making a bid, we would recommend that you make a minimum payment as shown on the next slide. Here you should choose the option Create an Account, then add the amount you will pay. But please note that the 2040 is the suggestions for the hryvnia amount. At your choice, you will be invoiced in US dollars or euros. Therefore, you should put the US dollar or euro amount you want to pay, so about $100 or euros, not 2040. Click on Continue and a PDF invoice will be generated. It will also be sent to you by email. Here you can see an email connecting to the invoice. It is important to make this payment from the company's bank account as a bank transfer. This allows PublicBid to make the assumption that your bank has carried out sufficient due diligence on your company to allow them to confirm your accreditation. That's all you need to do to register with PublicBid, be accredited, and be in a position to make a bid. So in summary, to register with PublicBid, you complete an online form where you provide your company profile, your registered details together with the registration authority, your contact details where you also set your login and password. You will then receive emails which you need to acknowledge to confirm registration. When you are ready, the final step is to pay a small amount, which allows PublicBid to confirm your accreditation and covers the government fee for bidding for projects. The whole process is easy and can be completed very quickly. However, if you do have any problems, please contact me at the email address shown in the Rebuild Ukraine portal help desk.